So I took the advice of some of my viewers and I actually retooled that MELEK Reforged Researcher deck, and instead of going with big spell discounts, I'm going for more of a combat battle mage deck instead today, and I'm going to show it off to you guys in Historic Brawl. And this is the deck reborn as Spellslinger Bonk. If you've watched my video the other day, it was built more towards the discount big dumb spells things. And people were like, well, why don't you try it as an actual like combat mechanic? So I went ahead and rebuilt the deck in Arena instead. I'm not using any of the alchemy only cards. I don't like the perpetual effects and whatnot, but so you could actually build this in actual paper commander if you wanted to. But this is MELEK Reforged Researcher in case you missed that other video. Double power and toughness equal to the number of instants and sorceries in your graveyard, and the first instant or sorcery you cast on each turn costs 3 less to cast. Not going to get too far into the breakdown, but I wanted to point out a few spells which are kind of really funny when you knock 3 mana off of them, such as Behold the Multiverse, Chemister's Insight, Irenicus' Vile Duplication. You're paying 1 mana for these spells to get their effects. 1 mana, draw 2 cards, 1 mana, copy something, 1 mana, discard a card, draw 2, make 2 treasures. Baral's Expertise, 2 blue mana, bounce 3 things to my opponent's hands, and I get a free cast off of it. Spell Swindle, because it counts on their turn too. So it turns it into a counter spell, an actual counter spell, blue, but you get the bonus of the treasures being attached to it as well. Burn down the house for red, deal 5 to everything, or make 3 devil tokens that can start pinging things when they die. Very good. And then I want to point out one thing here with Cyclonic Rift. The overload cost is actually reduced with MELEK's ability. So instead of paying 6 and a blue for 7 mana total, you're going to pay 4 mana. All you need is one of them to be blue so that you can overload a Cyclonic Rift. And that is pretty busted. And you're actually going to probably see that in the video, because I believe I have a game in there where I overloaded a Cyclonic Rift for 4 mana. I had played MELEK the turn before and then let the Cyclonic Rift there. And as soon as they went to try to hit my MELEK with something, I'm just like, nope, goodbye. So that was a lot of fun. So let's get to the gameplay and we'll talk about what I felt with the deck afterwards. Judith. This is really the only commander that I've run across outside of the new stuff that I've been trying. And like one Massacre Girl deck. And it's just like, can we come up with something a little different? All right, we'll try it. This is not a good matchup for us though, because they use the stuff that hits all of my stuff, and then we end up just losing everything. We'll go get a Thundering Falls. That way we get the Surveil trigger. Not the worst thing in the world, but not the best either. I'll go ahead and keep it. I'm not sure. So right now they're just playing land go, which is kind of what we're doing too. My problem is we're out of land, so I need some land to go. Okay, well, not the land I wanted though. We'll dump that in the yard. Or that's not. That's a scry, not a surveil. Wrong land. I can go. We have big score in hand. I'm going to keep Cyclonic Rift up because I might be bouncing their Judith just to keep MELEK and some other stuff alive for a while. I know this sounds dumb, but this at least slows them down from killing my stuff. We'll just have a little tempo game going on here. But I don't have any way of protecting MELEK, so I'm not going to do it just yet. So, you know what? We're going to pass the turn. They go to recast Judith. I'll spell swindle the damn thing. It's like, you doofus. You carry counter magic in this deck for a reason. Use it. Because that deck doesn't do jack squat if they can't keep the Judith on the board. And that gives us 5 extra treasures to work with, so we have ways of protecting MELEK all day. Oh, and a way to make it go trample. I like that a lot. Let's do... Let's go ahead and big score. We'll dump the shore up because I have the Curator's Ward in hand. All right. And let's just go ahead. Let's go ahead and suit him up with this, just to prevent any kind of targeted removal, and then I have slip out the back for other things. We've drawn a bunch of cards so far, so let's go ahead and drop Profs. And that leaves us with one mana for the slip out the back, just in case they get her down. And then we also have, okay, we'll go ahead and cast a Shadow Spear, because why not? All right, we'll pass turn. So that'll put 3 counters. That's the reason why I'm using the eidetic memory. Slip out the back prevents a board wipe or Judith plus a ping thing coming down. Yeah, we're just going to do this. Yep. Phase out, and then everything on it phases out too. So the Curator's Word's not going anywhere. That's the reason why I like that one. So your board wipe does you no good right now. Oh, you have a Death Toucher? I'm okay with that. We're gonna do this. We're just gonna keep making it bigger. That's why I run these 4 mana draw cards, because it makes it so you can go ahead and draw a bunch of cards all in one go. Oh, that's just glorious. All right. Let's do this one. Makes it so I can't be blocked. I could bounce their Shadow Heart. Let's maximize altitude. So it's a 1919. I can make it a 2020, a 2222, a 2323. I can't. I can kill them. Never mind. I'm stupid. We'll just go bouncy. I could have done it the other way, but it's like I forgot. We drew cards, so Prof's eidetic memory is just gonna make it do dumb things, and then we're just gonna go equip. Oh, wait. Gotta do this first. Oopsie dips. Miscounted the manas. 2 more. Oh, it's a 24-24. Goodbye. That's actually the first time I've beaten Judith. The key to beating that deck is keep Judith off the board. Beluna Grandsquall. Haven't seen that one in a while. I did that one a few months back, but I actually had to take the video down because somebody tried to claim my video, and I was like, nope. Not gonna happen. We'll go with the Bloodstained Mire. We'll go ahead and fetch up the Thundering Falls. And we'll do the Surveil thing again. Yeah, that can go. There's some oddball cards in here that are just like, whatever. I have a copy of Terror of the Peaks in here because then I can slam down MELEK, like if a bunch of stuff's in here, or if I flicker it and just, you know, start blasting away at people's life totals with a big MELEK that way as well. How does that doofy thing work? Create a rabbit whenever you attack. Oh, okay. That's interesting. So let's go ahead and drop the Electromancer, or try to anyways. And we have Dive Down and Time Twist in hand if we need to use them. Yeah, that's fine. See, I didn't play the Beluna deck when this was legal. I did it before any of the alchemy stuff had come out, so I was like, I don't even know what that card does. I thought they were going to kill my Goblin Electromancer. No. Because it's the result of a little bit of my old version of the deck kind of sticking around. Alright, so we got... We're at the point now where we have enough stuff to protect MELEK and kind of do some other stuff with it. Now it's just a matter of getting everything down. Well, I should say, I think I need 1 more mana, but that's perfectly fine. So they surveilled away a land. Making food. I mean, they got adventures in their adventure zone all over the place. All right, there's the mana I was looking for. So we'll drop that. Let's go ahead and get the land so that way if I need to, I have the mana available. I don't want to shock myself. You know what? I'm going to swing with the Electromancer first. Okay, no removal holdup. They could have a counter spell here. Let's just drop the Terror. Hey, there you go. I was waiting on that, but I would rather have the Terror get blasted than MELEK, because MELEK is the bigger, better win condition here. And there is a Beluna. So this doesn't come back into the end steps. I can't flicker the Electromancer and hit the rabbit. All right, MELEK is just a 2/2 right now, but that's okay. So we will pass. I have Dive Down. I have Time Twist. So if they decide to try and, you know, stomp on it with a Bone Crusher Giant or anything like that, I have my ways. Oh, really? Interesting. We'll block the rabbit. We'll block the Curious Pair. Okay, no damage weirdness there, unless they were just trying to get that down to 1 for some reason. Which, if that's the case, I'm just going to go ahead and, you know, flicker something. If they don't do anything, I might break the Mind Stone and draw a card just to kind of dig a little bit deeper. There's a Lair of the Hydra. You're looking at my Mind Stone. Why are you looking at my Mind Stone? Okay. All right, we're going to go ahead and draw the card. Take my time here, not forgetting what I should be doing here. Ooh, Irenicus's Vile Dupe. Ooh, for 1 mana, no less. Yep. And I still get a discount on Chemist's Insight because of the Electromancer. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and do this. And we'll play the land. Not gonna leave my mana open to getting stomped on right now, but they're likely going to be taking 6. Alright, so this will end it. Now, I have to use Dive Down to protect the 6/6, but I can use Time Twist to protect the original MELEK. Okay. It's Lozhan. Oh, and I have a 1 mana Chemist's Insight available to me now, too, which is great. Do I want to do... You know what? We're going to do the Chemist's Insight. I'll pitch the Steam Vents. And... We'll Dive Down that. Why not? That'll bring the other MELEK back up to 6. Protects the Electromancer. Keeps them from doing anything silly there. So I have a flying 6/6 MELEK. I need to have a way to give it trample or something. I mean, you come to a river works nicely. Gandalf's Sanction is here. I can blast Lozhan out of my way. But they're not likely swinging with anything right now unless they want to lose Beluna. Alright, so Plaza of Harmony. X is the number of instants and sorceries in my graveyard. So let's do... I'm like, He's like, do I tempo them and put Lozhan back on top of their deck? Because then they wouldn't be able to cast any of their stuff out of exile. I think that's the better play, is to put her back on top. Because then it screws their draw up and just tempos them down. They can't kill either of the MELEKs either. And if I want to, I can actually kill Beluna with Gandalf's Sanction, though I think I'd rather just use Sanction on something else. Alright, that's a sorcery. Test that. You know what? No, because I want to be able to overrun the damage. Just in case they blow up both Meleks or whatever, I have to have a way to finish pushing the damage over the top. Otherwise, we're just going to lose. I mean, I could have killed them right there on the spot by sanctioning Beluna and then thudding and throwing it. Wasn't paying attention. Alright. Just 1 damage, so they can't use that to kill the Electromancer. So yeah, I should have had them dead already. We should have been already on the next game. That was my mistake. I made a misplay. I'm good for those, especially when I'm not familiar with the deck, which I have about 6 games with this deck so far. So, oh god, I'm dead. This is not funny. This is actually kind of just gross. Yeah, we're just gonna do this. We're gonna take the extra turn. We're gonna bounce that. Yeah, and I was gonna use Gandalf's Sanction, blast the Chancellor of Tales out of my way, and swing. I don't have to. I could just thud them, but, you know, I don't want to. Yorion. All right. Well, it's probably going to be a control fest. Let's see what happens. This hand is kind of blah since we don't have the colors to work with. A little better. I rather would have had some of the other cards from my hand, but we'll work with this. We'll keep that because we only have 2 lands in hand. I want to make sure we're not missing land drops because this deck is a mana hungry, even with the discount on MELEK. All right, so we're going to do Mind Stone. Just keep trying to match them up here. Probably do this on blue because we have a lot of triple blue stuff in the deck. It's like, okay, I don't have any other way of doing additional lands, so... We're going to do Seize the Spoils. I'm going to pitch You Come to a River. I want to keep the land. Do they have a counter? No. Okay. All right, and then we're going to use that to play the Arcane Signet. Get permanent mana sources in motion here. They have something because the priority keeps holding up. All right, so Leyline of Anticipation. Go with another blue. If I play MELEK, it's open to getting smacked. I don't think I do that. I think I wait. Well, screw it. We'll wait on the Monstrous Rage because we can. But there's a good chance this gets exiled or just smacked around. I'm not sure. That's pretty good. Bad part is if I cast the Galvanic Iteration first, I won't get the discount on the Karn's Temporal Sundering, so I can't copy it with the Galvanic Iteration. Oh, the problems. Okay. Well... let's make them consider their choices in life. Let's bounce their Leyline. We'll make them have to respend the 4 mana if they don't counter this. And if they had any, like, weird illusions of trying to stop me from swinging with MELEK, well, this will get rid of that. Alright. And that's fine, because we can get that back later. So for now, let's go ahead and just Monstrous Rage this. This will give me 4 more power. And then we'll just go ahead and smash face. And if they try to do anything funny with a wipe or something like that, I have Mythical Code available. Overwhelmed Apprentice. Well, with the trample, I guess that's probably why they didn't try to do anything with that. Okay, there went Baral's expertise. That's okay. I think where they're tapped down, I might. No, because it doesn't matter. Because if they have an exile, it wouldn't stop them from exiling MELEK. I'd rather catch them trying to use a board wipe or something. So let's just go ahead and do this. I do love having a 13/13. It's like, go ahead, mill my stuff in my graveyard. I actually like having them. All right, we're just going to swing. Do you have it? They had to settle. Well, son of a bitch. All right. Yeah, I'll go get a basic, thin the deck out. Yes, we'll put that back to post. I'll return the tapped land in my hand, so it guarantees me the land drop next turn, and I'll just replay MELEK. No big deal. Now I do need to get something that gives trample, because unfortunately, a 12/12 without trample doesn't really do a lot. But again, go ahead, mill me. Ghost form. Well, dang it. All right. Can I get a Mizzix's Mastery? That'd be cool. Flash that back, make him unblockable. All right. So this doesn't really do anything to them right now, so that's kind of useless. Let's Galvanic Iteration, which also helps us fish for a counter, because I'd rather have them counter this than counter the Brainstorm. And now I get 2 Brainstorms, so that's 2 chances at, you know, finding something. Oh, there we go. That works. Let's just put the 2 lands back, and then we'll get 1 card deeper as we go here. All right, got a Balmor there. All right, so let's put that island, and we'll put the Asinine Antics back in the deck. We'll leave the Antics on top. I wish I had a fetch land in hand, but I didn't. Let's drop Balmor, because this way we have 2 ways of getting trample on this stuff coming through. If they can't deal with MELEK, you know, now, then I have 2 ways of giving it trample. Okay, that's fine. And we just drew a bunch of cards, so Fist of Flame is going to give a +6 modifier. Actually, +7, because we're getting an additional. Boom. Oh my goodness. Bye-bye. 29 damage. Jeez. Ouch. Lonis. That's going to see more play once that Ravnica Clue Edition releases in full. Sure, we'll give this a try. A Floodhound, huh? We'll keep that, because 4 mana is kind of like the break point on this deck, where you get, you know, good things going on, and then beyond that, let's drop that, and then we'll pass. We're gonna get attacked for 1. They're asserting dominance with a 1/2 with a tap ability. All right. Well, yeah, right now I ain't got a whole lot of anything I can do. This is an unexciting, uninspiring hand right now. Be better if I could just launch this Star of Extinction at them, but that's going to be a few turns off. Alright, let's just Chemister's Insight. Let's just dig a little deeper. Holy freaking lands, God. This is ridiculous. I can't even, well, wait, actually, well, because of the Chemister's Insight, MELEK's now a 2/2. I was like, I can't even do that, but yeah, I just did. Because trust me, be careful. I've done it before where I've cast MELEK, didn't realize I didn't have anything, and I had to cast an instant in response to the my opponent having a response to MELEK just to get something in the graveyard to keep it from dying. It was like, I'm like, wow, what a dumbass mistake that was. All right. I should just cast this now, but it doesn't. It shrinks the Briar Bridge tracker. That's all it does. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I have cursed rolls. Cursed rolls from that's not good enough. So yeah, for now we're just gonna cast MELEK. I mean, I really don't have anything else to do right now, and it's kind of bugging the hell out of me. All right. Well, thankfully it's not a Teferi that can actually like bounce my stuff. That Teferi is irritating. All right. Oh, Mithril Coat. That's pretty good. Now I could cast the Star, but then it would kill MELEK because I don't have enough stuff in the yard to like make him like really good. Could make it fly and kill Teferi. I'm just trying to think like the best line of play here is. Because if I do Asinine Antics, turn everything into a 1/1, that doesn't do me much good. Galvanic Iteration. This is so bad. I can't. Galvanic's so bad with this. Like, there's a juggling act for the mana reduction that you got to be careful of. I mean, Star would just wipe out everything, but then I'd have to recast MELEK next turn. But maybe that's what I want to do. Or do I want to wait and see if I can catch them? I think what I want to do is I want a Galvanic Iteration. And I want to maximize altitude. Just to pump this up a couple of times. Leave that mana open to make him indestructible, and I'm just going to turn Teferi into mush. So now I have options. I can keep it protected from like a polymorph effect, or I can make it indestructible at will. Or I can pump it up just a little bit bigger if I want. Yeah, that's a problem. That Star of Extinction might be coming down sooner than I would like. But, yeah, there it is. Alright, I'm not afraid of destruction, so Mithril Coat's not a big deal. I'll probably flash back the Chemister's Insight. Okay, so they're going to create a crab, which is fine. That gives me the ability to, you know, not get my butt kicked here. Alright, so MELEK is going to die no matter what next turn, so we're just going to go ahead and flash back the Chemister's Insight. We'll throw the Asinine Antics. Not loving that card as of late. Okay, that's cool. Let's go ahead and Brainstorm. Just to see if maybe we can dig into some way of keeping MELEK alive, if we can get him up to over 20. Let's put... That would be... Let's put the dive down and the island back on top. Is that what I want? 2, 3, 4... No, I need that island to be in my hand, or available. Put Gandalf's Sanction on top, and we'll put the Chart Course on top of that. All right, we're just gonna have to, yeah. See, if I'd have done, you know, it's funny, is if I would have done that first, I could have flashed in the Mithril Coat, and that would have kept MELEK alive. But at this point, I'm just gonna have to Star. I don't have a choice. Let's get rid of the blue source that's not going to make them... I want them to take the damage. Yeah, if you do that in response, whatever you get goes kaboom too. Alright, so MELEK can go back to post. I'll be able to recast him from the grave, or the grave, but in the thing. Yeah, let's just go ahead and chart a course. It'll get us a little further down. And Thud I want to keep. Let's get rid of the dive down. So Melek's got up to a 14-14 now. I really badly misplayed that. I should have flashed in the Mithril Coat instead of drawing the cards and stuff at the end of the turn. And then I could have just went ahead and blew up everything and he would have lived. So Lonis is back. They're tutoring. Cameo's Journal's so freaking good with a clue deck. And the bad part is it's an unrestricted tutor, so they don't have to reveal it. So I have no idea what they went and got. All right. Let's do, they're at 22. I'd have 1 mana available. They could have went and got something to pin him down. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play it safe. We'll do Third Path Iconoclast. I will Pirate's Pillage. I will pitch the Mithril Coat. Prophesidic Memory is decent, but I'd rather blow Lonis up, to be perfectly honest, because then that gets them lower down for me to thud them. Actually, let's do Consider first. I don't care about that. Get out of here. I gotta land anyways. All right, so let's just do this. They'll take 7 from this. All right, so now they're in lethal range. If I play Melek and thud them with it, if they don't have a counter available, they will just get blown up by a 20 damage thud to the face, which is kind of funny. All right, they used up all their mana, so let's just go with this. I have nothing else to add to this, so I'm just going to do a Melek, and I'm just going to thud them for 20. I'm not even screwed with this. I already screwed around before and got burned for it. All right, that's why the fling effects are in here. If you can't punch through, can't get it trample, whatever, throw them at their face. Saruman of Many Colors. I can't remember if I've ever actually played against that before or not. We'll keep this. This is pretty good. Because we can do this on 1. I'm going to throw that in the yard. Just to guarantee that we have something in the graveyard for Melek to come out on time. Because there's no guarantees I'm actually going to get enough of anything to do anything with that. So we can do Swan Song on some spell that might be coming to try and destroy my Melek. If they try to blow up my Iron Crag, I might have to use it for that too. Alright, so we got to discard a card, which is fine. We will discard the Dive Down, because I prefer Slip Out the Back. Can't cast Melek yet. We have to wait, because they are in black and white. We don't want to put it out there without having at least a blue mana up for protection. Alright. Now, this does leave us open to getting countered. Let's see what happens. Okay. Did not. No, we're not going to transform this. And this is where you go. Slip out the back. Nope. Klein. We don't transform the Iron Crag because we want the mana off of it. I do not care in the slightest about the whole equipment stuff. The nice part about Slip Out the Back here, too, is it left him off the board. They could not respond and kill him on their turn with a sorcery speed removal. And I do have Swan Song available to counter any instant speed removal right now. All right, so there's that. Making Claws is so good. All right, see if we can kill, I wonder if we could kill them just straight up right now. That's a no. All right, so let's just drop that on there. Let's resolve that. Okay. Did I misread that card? Oh, wow, I did. That was bad. Like, I botched that so bad. Wow. Okay. Wow. Yeah. That scoop of shame, folks. Scoop of shame. Anim, Pakal. All right. So this is going to be a really fast game, probably. That's usually how that one goes. I'm going to mull that hand. Okay, there's Cyclonic Rift. If we can live long enough to cast it, that's actually pretty good. We might actually have to use it as just a single target, bounce their stuff back to their hand kind of thing to keep us from getting blown out. Yeah. All right, we're going to foretell that. Oh, jeez. And it looks like they have the nut draw. So, yeah, we're going to pass. Probably cast Behold the Multiverse. I don't know. Cyclonic Rift bouncing Anim Pakal would probably be a smart play. Just to tempo them, unless they mana screwed. Like, their hand keeps lighting up, but... Oh, they must be mana hosed. Alright. Oh, no. But they are in the category of mana that comes in tapped. I honestly don't need those lands right now. We end up with one anyways. Alright, let's do Iron Crag so we can try to get to an overloaded rift. 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 6, 7. I need 2 lands. So we need to be able to get to 2 lands. We're probably going to take a chunk of damage. And they're going to gain a chunk of life off of the case just because we're going to need 2 turns to set up the big bump. I just have the 1 card in the yard for MELEK, so I'm not putting that out because that's just asking to get burned away. All right, there's Anim Pakal. They can have it. What does that thing even do when you... Spirits gain tap, deal a damage? I don't understand that one. Alright, my turn. I think I like the idea of Pirate's Pillage to guarantee some things. Let's drop the mountain. We already have 3 red. Alright, so, ooh, Description of Insight is interesting. It's like, do we dare take another few dings off of them just to bounce it all back? Or do I slow them down now, but then I have to burn all of that? 2, 6. Then I would guarantee, you know what? Let's do this. Let's bounce, or wait, can I do all the above? What is that? It's 8 mana? No, I can't do all of it now. Alright, so screw it. Let's just do, well, shoot. But then I get all of the above in 2 turns. We're going to take a calculated gamble here. And hopefully they can't kill us in 2 turns. Because I should be able to overload a Cyclonic Rift in response to their next attack. And try to catch all their stuff going back to their hand. And they're light on mana, so they're not going to be able to recast everything in one go. It's going to take them several turns to redo everything. And by then, I should be able to get MELEK down and, you know, go to town on all this stuff. We're going to take a hell of a hit here, though. And they're going to get their case solved, which is what? What is the case solve on this? Sacrifice the case. They can recast their stuff. Okay. Or no, they didn't get the case solved. Okay. This is fine. I'm going to see if I can catch them on the Cyclonic Rift on the backside. Because the Cyclonic Rift is 7 overloaded. This would allow me to cast... You know, I can actually cast MELEK and do the overloaded Rift. Okay. I like that plan. Let's do that. Decline. Next. End turn. Alright, so we have the ability to overload Cyclonic Rift for 4. Let's see what they got going on here. But I got to do it before they declare attackers, because if the attacks happen, Impact Tremors will probably kill me. We don't want that. I also don't want the Herbresk Forge making anything. Alright, so they hit the mana. If you touch my MELEK, I have to launch. I need the discount. Overload. Didn't see that coming now, did you? Now, the bad part is this will actually make MELEK survive the Patriarch's humiliation, so he'll just sit there as a... Well, he'll lose his abilities. He'll die, actually. So never mind. It won't save him. He'll go up to 6, and then he'll die. That's fine. I send him back to post, and I tell it to remove the perpetual abilities off of it. That's perfectly fine. Up? Up? Alright, that's fine. It dies. Take action. Remove perpetual effects. Thank you. Have a nice day. Now, there's enough stuff in the yard. I think Terror of the Peaks is a good play here. Because I don't want to play MELEK without having at least something on the board to make it worth my while. I can do the Terror, and I can still have Dive Down available for the Terror. And then I can do MELEK the next turn. And then we have the Inscription of Insight available for like 5 mana to, you know, overload that. Yeah, so they get that. Alright, so let's just go ahead and drop the Terror. And that's fine. Gain your life. So we can do a Dive Down on the Terror of the Peaks if we need to. Okay. And that's fine. The 5/4 can eat whatever in front of it. And they didn't even bother to swing it. They're just like, yeah, no, never mind. Alright, we'll keep the Dive Down available. Ooh. How greedy do I get? Alright, let's just do this. Because I have options. Alright. Because I can... Oh, wow. I can do some stupid stuff here. I can just scry 2, draw 2. I can't not get enough mana to do that. So let's just go ahead and smack them for 5. We need to get their life total down. Alright, we'll end the turn. I have a Dive Down. I can use that to copy a Terror. I have Fist of Flames, which can then copy it again. We also have Temur Battle Rage if we wanted that option as well. Which I don't want to use that unless I'm swinging. Luckily, they haven't done anything with their Impact Tremors yet. There it is. All right. Don't be oopsing me just yet, bud. All right, so we're going to do a Dive Down on the Terror. And I'm going to shoot their Speaker of the Heavens in the face. And then I'm going to do Fist of Flame. Actually, no. No, screw it. Resolve. Let it go. Let it go. Let them get their life. If I really want to be turbo mean, I could just do the Fist of Flame and blast 2 things out of my way if I want to. What you got? You're not attacking through that. You don't have the mana. MELEK's an 8/8. Wow, I could do some really stupid stuff here. I wonder if we could actually kill them this coming turn. Let's do... We'll wait. Draw a card. If I do MELEK, that leaves me 2 mana. Fist of Flame and Temur Battle Rage. If I do this, if I draw 2... 2, scry 2, draw 2, and then I have the other 2 cards plus the blast damage. I want to see if this is enough to do it. I'm not going to kick it. I'm just going to do the card draw. Nope, nope. Not good enough. Get out of here. All right, we'll play that. We're gonna go swinging. All right, so we're gonna swing. I'm gonna Fists of Flame this one. It'll copy 10 damage. Blast, blast, resolve. Teamer Battle Rage. Same thing, but 3 blasts this time. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And then the double strike damage is enough to kill them. Got it. All right, good to know this deck can win without MELEK actually sitting there and doing his thing. And I was going to take the Vesuvian Duplimancy out of the deck, and I'm like, you know, no, I want to keep the card. So what did you guys think? I feel that this version of the deck is much better than the paper version I had showed off on camera about a week ago when as of the recording of this is going to come out a few days later. But I like this a lot better. I think it's more fun. It's more interactive. There's more things that you can do other than sitting and waiting on, you know, your stuff to get discounted deeper and deeper so you can cheap cast big spells. You could just do dumb things. I would say the only weak spot and the thing that drove me the biggest craziness is that graveyard hate, like a wholesale graveyard hate, just completely neuters MELEK because it just takes out all your stuff and then you can't play him because he's a 0/0. There's nothing in your graveyard. So if they have that ability to just nuke your graveyard, MELEK's kind of a Debbie Downer in the deck and you kind of have to rely on your other stuff to win. I did like that I was able to win without, you know, actually casting MELEK for much that last game. Instead, the Terror of the Peaks was the big thing because I was able to copy it multiple times with Vesuvian Duplimancy, which at the end of that, I said I was going to take it out of the deck. I was actually changing some cards out and I was like, well, and I'm like, you know what? This is my fun screw around card. I have a lot of single target stuff to give MELEK, you know, the ability to trample over and hit my opponent. And I was like, I'm going to leave it in here because there's just so many different ways to single target copy stuff with that. So I had a ton of fun with the deck. What do you guys think? I liked it. Is there anything you would take out that you would add in that I should have put in here? Let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a like, comment, share. All those good things help the channel grow. And as always, I will see you in the next video.